Hey everyone, welcome back to Breaking the Cycle. I'm Kelly, and this is episode 11 of the podcast. And if you're new here, this is also my Substack newsletter read out loud, so you can learn on the go without losing anything. You woke up already behind. The list is long, the tank is empty, and somebody, probably everybody, needs something from you today. And somewhere in the middle of all of that, you're still trying to take care of yourself. Still trying to eat better, move more, sleep enough. Still trying to build something while the ground keeps shifting under you. This episode is not about doing more. It's about doing one thing, the smallest possible thing that actually moves the needle, even on your worst day. That is the one brick rule, and it might be the most important thing I teach. Let's get into it. Every week, I sit across from clients who are running on empty. Shit, some days I am running on empty. Let's be real here. Their nutrition is a hot mess. Their stress is through the roof. They're sleeping 5 or 6 hours a night. They're juggling work, kids, aging parents, and everything in between. If they make it to the gym, the workout is half assed because they have nothing left to give. And their only recovery? Coming to see me for a massage once a month. Their tissues tell the whole story before they even say a word. As a coach, I sometimes sit here and think, where do I even start with a client like this? And because the honest truth is, some of them aren't ready. They're so deep in survival mode that the idea of changing anything else feels like one more thing being asked of them. And I can feel that in the room. Let me paint you two pictures because these aren't rare, unusual cases. I see versions of these people every single week. The first is someone who is doing everything they think they're supposed to do. They're showing up in the gym, pushing hard, not missing workouts. From the outside, it looks like dedication, but underneath that, you came home to a sink full of dishes, laundry that didn't fold itself, and a house that looks like a small tornado made a series of very deliberate decisions. Your significant other stopped at the gas station on the way home and walked in with a bag of your favorite chips and a box of Little Debbie's. Your kid wants mac and cheese. Nobody's on the same page, and you are standing in the kitchen at 6:30 p.m. trying to figure out how to eat well inside a life that is actively working against it. I have clients who come in barely able to walk, joints screaming, tissues inflamed, injuries stacking on top of injuries, and they're still showing up to lift weights that their body isn't ready for because the gym feels like the one thing they can control. I understand that. I do. But it breaks my heart because hard work without recovery isn't strength. It's just damage happening slowly. The second picture is someone whose stress isn't just about a schedule. It's about not feeling safe in their own home. And I'll be honest, I felt this myself. When my son is melting down and screaming over the littlest things, my husband is frustrated from the long list of shit that still needs to get done around the house, everyone needs something from me at the same time, usually hearing mommy for the 100th time today. And there is nowhere in my house I can go to just breathe. My nervous system doesn't know the difference between that and a firefighting call. Home is supposed to be the one place where your nervous system gets to exhale, where you put down the armor, where your body finally gets permission to rest. When that place doesn't feel safe, whether it's chaos, conflict, or just never having a quiet moment, your body stays on high alert around the clock. And a body that never gets to rest is a body that starts to break down. I see this pattern everywhere. And what strikes me most is that so many of these people are trying so hard. Their environment is a constant uphill battle they are trying to work against in all aspects of their health and wellness. Imagine I walked up to you right now and said, I need you to build a house today. You immediately start thinking, okay, I need to clear the land, lay the foundation, frame the walls, run the electrical, do the plumbing, hang the drywall, put on the roof, install the cabinets, paint every room, and furnish the whole damn thing. You'd be overwhelmed before a single shovel hit the ground. Honestly, you would probably give up before you even cleared the land because you would just be too overwhelmed by all the decisions. Now, imagine I said something different. I just need you to lay one brick today. That's it, one brick. Could you do that? Even on your worst day, exhausted, stressed, running on fumes, could you lay one brick? Most people say yes. And that's exactly how we build health when everything feels like too much. When someone comes to me completely overwhelmed, I don't hand them a protocol. I don't give them a list of 5 things to change. I ask one important question. What is one thing, even if it's small, that you are ready, willing, and able to do today to start slowly moving the needle? Not next week, not when things calm down, because truthfully, I don't believe things will ever calm down. Today. It doesn't have to be impressive. It doesn't have to be what anyone else is doing, what is popular on social media and all of TikTok. It just has to be something you can actually do. Something so small that even on your hardest day, you could still show up for. Maybe it's drinking one more glass of water. Maybe it's going to bed 30 minutes earlier. Maybe it's stepping outside for 5 minutes of fresh air. Maybe it's doing 4 rounds of 4-7-8 breathing before you fall asleep. And maybe it's choosing one meal today that has a little bit more protein in it. One brick. Here's what happens when someone who has been stuck finally does that small thing consistently. They start to believe they can. That might sound simple, but for someone who has been overwhelmed for months or years, proving to themselves that they can follow through on something, even something tiny, is massive. It rebuilds that confidence that chronic stress erodes. It creates momentum where there was none. One brick becomes two, two becomes a wall becomes a foundation. And slowly, without the overwhelm of trying to build everything at once, the structure starts to take shape. Sometimes the hardest part of getting healthy isn't information, it's environment. It's hard to eat well when all your child will eat is mac and cheese and dino nuggets. It's hard to recover when your home is a dang disaster and doesn't feel like a place you can rest. It's hard to do the right things for your body when the people around you, especially your significant other or family, are doing something completely different and you feel alone in it. I'm not going to pretend that laying one brick fixes any of that because it doesn't. But here's what it does do. It gives you something that belongs to you. One small thing that you choose, that you did, that nobody can take credit for but you. And in the middle of an environment that feels out of your control, that matters more than people realize. If you're reading this and you see yourself in any of this, the exhaustion, the chaos, the feeling that you're too far gone to start, I want you to hear this. You do not have to fix everything today. You just have to lay one brick. Pick one thing, something small, something you can do even on your worst day. Do it today. Do it tomorrow. Do it until it becomes part of who you are. Then pick another brick. That is how the house gets built. That is how this cycle gets broken. Let me ask you this. What is your one brick going to be? If this resonated, don't miss the next one. New episodes drop weekly covering sleep, stress, recovery, nutrition, and movement. The 5 things that actually determine how you feel every day. Follow Breaking the Cycle Wellness on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts, or wherever you listen so you never miss an episode. And if you want to go deeper, head over to Substack where I publish the full written breakdowns, guides, and resources that go alongside every episode. I will link it in the show notes. Let's break that cycle.